The village of Blackmere does not appear on modern maps anymore. It used to until people stopped leaving it alive. Hidden beyond miles of fog-covered countryside in northern England, Blackmere was once known for its fertile land, quiet families, and a small stone church that stood at the center like a watchful eye. Locals from nearby towns avoided the place long before it disappeared from records. They said Blackmere had a habit of remembering people, even after they were gone. Daniel Rowe first heard about Blackmere while researching abandoned settlements for a documentary. Old council records mention mass migration, but no disaster, no plague, no war, just empty homes, no bodies, no explanations. That silence disturbed him more than any tragedy could. Against warnings, Daniel traveled alone, filming everything. The road to Blackmere narrowed unnaturally, trees bending inward as if they were listening. His phone lost signal miles before arrival. Even the air felt heavier, thicker, like breathing through damp cloth. When the village finally appeared, it looked untouched by time, houses intact, windows unbroken, doors closed, no decay, no vandalism. It was as if everyone had stepped out, never come back. Daniel noticed something immediately wrong. There were footprints in the mud, fresh ones, but no people. The village was silent in a way that felt deliberate. It's not peaceful, watchful. He entered the first house. The dining table was still set, plates untouched. Food blackened with age, but never disturbed. Dust had settled everywhere except the chairs, as if someone still sat there regularly. The smell was not rot, but iron and damp earth. Daniel heard the first sound. Bells, not church bells, small bells, the kind tied to livestock. They rang slowly, unevenly, circling the village. Daniel followed the sound to the old church. The doors were open. Inside, the walls were carved with symbols, circles, eyes, twisted human figures with mouths sewn shut. Beneath the altar, the floor had been broken open, revealing soil darker than blood. That's when he found the journal. It belonged to a man named Thomas Hale, the village caretaker. The writing began calmly, describing strange dreams shared by everyone in Blackmere. Dreams of standing underground, surrounded by whispering voices that spoke their names with affection. The dreams promised protection, prosperity, eternal belonging. Then the tone changed. Thomas wrote that the dreams stopped feeling like dreams. People began waking up in fields, in graves, in places they didn't remember going. Children spoke to empty corners. Livestock refused to enter certain areas. And beneath the church, something had been unearthed, something old, bound, and hungry. The villagers believed it was a guardian spirit. They fed it secrets, then animals, then blood. Daniel realized the symbols were not decorative. They were seals, broken ones. The bells rang louder now. Outside, Daniel saw movement. Figures stood at the edge of the village, dozens of them, pale, hollow-eyed, not walking but swaying like bodies hanging from invisible ropes. Their mouths opened in unison, whispering words Daniel recognized from the journal. "Stay." He ran. But Blackmere does not let people leave easily. The road was gone. In its place stood fields of shallow graves, each marked with a wooden sign bearing a name. Some were old, some fresh. One had his name. The ground began to breathe. Hands emerged from the soil, not clawing, but welcoming, loving. Faces rose with them, familiar despite never being seen before. Villagers who had never left. Villagers who had been absorbed. Daniel felt memories entering his mind that were not his births, weddings, funerals. The village was not haunted. It was alive, and it was lonely. The entity beneath the church did not kill Blackmere. It merged with it. Those who stayed became part of it. Those who resisted were buried alive, remembered forever. Daniel's camera was found weeks later on the roadside, still recording. The footage ends with him standing in the church, smiling calmly, ringing a small bell. Blackmere has appeared on maps again, and if you ever see it, it means the village is ready to remember you too. Before that happens, subscribe to HollowEyes because the darkness doesn't announce itself, it waits. And here, we keep our eyes open.